Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and we are doing the August book club reads video that I have been doing all year, and I'm very excited about this one. I have the audiobook for A Twisted Love Story, which is the book troupe, plus it's also the Literary Dead Book Club pick for this month. And I'm excited about that one because I've heard that it's a thriller, but then I've also heard that it's like a suspense romance. It's not like a true thriller. I don't really know, but I looked at a little bit of Goodreads and people are not liking this book whatsoever. I think that I'm gonna like it though, because I like suspense romance, I enjoy that. But I don't know if it's like a true romance because I've heard that the relationship that they're in is quite toxic, so we shall see. But I'm very intrigued to see what this book is all about. Next book I have is on my Kindle, and my Kindle is actually charging at the moment, but it is The Wolf and the Wallflower by Stacey Reed. This is a historical romance. I haven't read a historical romance in a while. I don't know anything about this book, and I don't want to know anything about this book going into it because I want to be surprised. But I've heard really good things about this book too, and that is for the Ravished by Romance book club. So very excited to get this ball rolling, and I'm going to do like I did with the last video, and I'll tell you my rating obviously when I get done, and then I'm going to watch the live shows, and then I'm going to see if my rating is staying based on people's conversations. You know, I really liked how that video ended up for July. Really liked that. So we're going to do it again. But the live show for Twisted Love Story is on the 29th, I believe. And then The Wolf and the Wallflower is on the 27th. Today is the 24th. So I have a couple of days to read each of those books. I have Twisted Love Story, which I will be reading while I work as well, because that's how I get through my work days a lot of times. But yeah, so this is a very long, wide open, long-winded intro. But that's what we're doing, and I'm really excited. And I have some friends coming over this weekend. Anyways, okay, let's just get this ball rolling. And when I'm 50% into one of the books, I'll let you know how I feel. So I wanted to show you the delicious soup that I made today, even though it's like 5 million degrees outside. Don't look at that, it's gross. Even though it's like 5 million degrees outside, you know. But I wanted some soup, and I've been craving beef and vegetable soup. Look how good that looks. I made that. It is ready to go. It is on low. And when my hubby and my baby get home, we're gonna eat. So just wanted to show you that. If you're interested, I'll leave. If you want to like a recipe or something, just let me know. But yeah, it looks delicious. Yummy. Excuse my hair, excuse the lighting, but I wanted to fill you in and let you know that I am a little over halfway of, I called it The Wolf and the Wallflower, but it's actually The Wolf and the Wildflower, and I'm about 60% into this. I was able to find the audiobook on Scribd, so I'm flying through it, and it is so freaking good. I'm really enjoying it. This is about Jules, and I will say that the prologue of this book kind of took me aback a little bit because it's about a birth that's like traumatic and everything, and it's talking about how this woman really needs a boy because, you know, this is a historical romance, and they needed a boy to carry on the legacy of their family, you know, whatever. Anyways, but Jules comes out to be a girl, like she's gendered as a girl, and they decide that, or her mom decides that they're going to lie about her gender so she won't have to have another baby. And Jules has lived her life of 23 years passing as a man, and then her and her father, they both are working in psychology, and they get this case of this man. His name is James, and he was found in the wilderness after 10 years of thinking that he was dead. And they are having to take this case. Well, they don't have to, but they decide to take this case and see if he is going to be deemed as a lunatic or as crazy and put in an asylum, or if he can continue with his dukehood. And they go to his house, and then Jules and him meet, and then, like, you know, it just happens from there. And it is so freaking this book it's sweet, it's funny, it has a lot of talk about just societal pressures in general. He just got home from 10 years of being in the wilderness, and they automatically want him to snap back, and he's not the person that he was, obviously, because he survived in the wilderness for 10 years all by himself with wolves and bears and all the other wild animals that want to kill you, you know. But Jules, being the person that she is, she does not see him as, like, she sees him for, oh, I disappeared because my dog came. She sees him for who he is, you know, and she's trying to help him through this and trying to make sure that, you know, he gets cleared to continue on with his dukehood. And she's trying to make sure that he's gonna be safe for society and all that kind of stuff. And then they just, like, they're little romance blossoms, and it's so freaking cute, and I'm enjoying it so much. It's really good. I'm enjoying it a lot. Plan on finishing it tonight because the Braves game comes on at 9:15, so we will be up late. And then tomorrow we have some friends coming over. I started a Twisted Love Story earlier today, but I only got about 15% into that book because I was tired of listening to it. It's going to take a little bit longer to get through that book, I can already tell. But I wanted to fill you in on The Wolf and the Wildflower, and let you know that I'm really enjoying it so far, and it's very good. If you're looking for a cute historical romance, I can already tell that this is going to be a higher rated book. I don't know if it's going to be all a 5-star or not, but it's going to be a higher rated romance for me. I'm enjoying it, especially if it continues the way that it is. I just like the humor in it. It's making me giggle. And if you don't know, me and historical romances usually don't get along very well. But in this case, it's a thumbs up so far. But that is my check-in, and I'll let you know when I finish this book. So I ended up finishing The Wolf and the Wildflower by Stacy Reid, and I gave it 4 stars. And I attended the live show last night. I didn't get any footage of it because I was putting my son to bed while the live show was happening. So from just the conversation that they had and all that kind of stuff, my rating is still going to stick to a 4. I thought that it was a really cute book. It was very funny. It was very sweet. It was very heartwarming. It had all the things that you would want in a romance, honestly. The humor in it was right up my alley. It was kind of dry, silly, outrageous at times, you know. But one of the things that I have a hard time with, and if you have been watching me for a while, you know that historical romances and like societal roles and all that kind of stuff I have a hard time with. And that was one of the things that really just irritated me through this book, was the moms in this story. Because a lot of the things that happened in this story could have been avoided if the moms would have just got off their high horses, basically. So Jules's mom obviously did not want to get pregnant anymore because of the way that her body did not handle pregnancy well, which is completely understandable. But her husband was forcing her to have kids because he wanted a boy. So that was the whole reason why they said that Jules was a boy. And it was supposed to end when she was a kid, but it just kept going. So that's why Jules was, that's why she was passing as a man for her entire life, pretty much. And then Wolf's mom, she just wanted him to bounce back after 10 years of being in isolation and being in the woods and trying to protect himself from wild animals and stuff like that. And she expected him to bounce back so quickly and be the person that he was, but he wasn't, because he changed and he grew up and he had to survive by himself for 10 years. So it was just kind of, those things just kind of, but other than that, I loved this story. I loved their romance. I really enjoyed their banter. I enjoyed the conversations that they had. Open communication that they had with each other was really nice. And I'm going to continue with this series. We found out last night, because Stacy Reid joined the chat, that there will be a second book in this series coming out no, not January, February 2024. So I'm really excited about that. It's called The Rose and the Raven, and it's going to be Wolf's younger sister. And I really liked her character in this story too. She was very intriguing and she was just really sweet. So I'm excited about that. So I'm going to continue on with Stacey Reid's writing. This was the first book that I ever read by her and I really enjoyed it. And I looked on my TBR and I have like 5 things that I want to read by her. So obviously this first book was a winner and I'm going to continue with it, or continue with her as an author. But now I'm going to be reading A Twisted Love Story by Samantha Downing, and the live show for this is tomorrow. So we shall see how I feel about it. I had to stop reading it for a little bit because their relationship is very toxic. So I knew that it was going to be going into it, but just actually reading it now, I was like, okay, this is going to be a hard one to get through. But I've heard mixed reviews, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel. And I'll fill you in when I'm 50% in. I don't know what that was. Okay, bye. Hello. So Charles and I are both homesick today. And I'm halfway through A Twisted Love Story. Don't really have much to say because it's just following this Ivy and Wes's really toxic relationship and how they were together before, then they broke up, then they got back together, and how it's going now. Something really bad happened in their relationship the first couple of times, to the point where like the cops and stuff were called, and it's just a really toxic relationship, which I knew going into it was going to be. But just wanted to fill you in, let you know. I'm halfway through it. I don't know if I'll finish it today. The live show is today, but I'm not feeling very well, so we'll see. We'll see how today goes, but wanted to fill you in. So I literally just finished a Twisted Love Story by Samantha Downing, and I am contemplating between a 3 and a 3.5. Sorry my voice sounds like this. I feel a little bit better than I did yesterday, but my face still hurts. Anyways, 3.5. I don't really have a lot to say about this book. The twist that happened was unexpected, but then again, but anything from these two people, it could happen. They're pretty messed up people, and they do messed up things, and they are like perfect for each other in that aspect because they do sabotage each other so much, but they love each other too. And it was just a lot of back and forth, seeing what they've done in their past and how they've hurt each other, but then they've always found each other again, and they will do anything to keep each other. Basically, they will stop anybody from getting in their way, and it's just that kind of story. So I don't know, 3.5. We're about to watch the live show. I don't know which one I'm going to pick yet, because there are two that I can pick, right? I can pick Books and Lala. Where's my mouse? Books and Lala, or I can pick Gabby. I think I'm going to do Gabby's because Gabby's has the less amount of people that have watched. So I'm going to watch this video. Watch this video. See what all they say. See how my opinions change if they do, and try to get that exact rating, so it's not a 3 or a 3.5, you know. So just letting you know. But overall, the book wasn't horrible. It was just one of those that is, you're just like, oh my god, these people are nuts, because they really are. They're just crazy. But watch this, get their insights, and come back and fill you in and tell you my exact rating on this book. Okay, I said it was a 3 or a 3, like between a 3 and a 3.5. And after listening to the discussion and thinking about it a little bit more, I'm gonna give it a 2.5. Yeah, I'll give it a 2.5. So, A Twisted Love Story by Samantha Downing, a 2.5 stars. And then The Wolf and the Wildflower, 4 stars. If you're looking for a good historical romance that's really cute, I would highly suggest picking up A Wolf and the Wallflower. But, yeah, so hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you've read either of these books. And I will see you on the next video. Hopefully I don't sound like this. And I feel a little bit better. But I'll see you later. Bye.